Hey guys, Mark here again, Christ Center Capital, doing the YouTube videos for the algorithm. So my SEO guy tells me. I apologize for the low quality. I'm a big YouTube guy, but I'm a big viewer, not a creator. But again, doing these because I'm pretty much told to do. Um, I just spoke to the Knights of Columbus here in Allentown, Pennsylvania. And it was an interesting conversation because obviously I am a blogger I don't know. I run a website that gives my opinions on investments, right? Specifically catered towards Christian investments, faith driven investments, and all the morality and culpability that comes with that. I'm talking to the Knights of Columbus a little bit about what I do, growth that Christ Center Capital's experienced in our very short lifespan of 4 months, and the inevitable question comes up from one of the Knights, and they ask me, well, the Knights of Columbus does some investing. What has been your experience, or I forget the wording he used. I think it was, how does the Knights of Columbus investing match up to these moral standards that you're putting in place? And the short answer is they don't hold up well. They don't. The Knights of Columbus are like a lot of other BRI firms out there, biblically responsible investments. They take out the explicit abortion providers, they take out maybe the pornography producers, but they leave in the companies and they leave in the investments that are funding those industries. Yeah, maybe you take out Pfizer because they're producing a morning after pill, but then you're leaving in a big tech company that shall remain nameless that is promoting or supporting the abortion industry to the tune of $500,000 a year. That doesn't really add up. Doesn't really align with those Christian values that people should be instilling, talking about investing Christian or Judeo Christian capital. Another great question that came up when I was talking to the Knights of Columbus was, gentlemen, the really nice Irish accent, asked me, so this biblically responsible investing, what kind of return does it have in comparison to traditional forms of investing? Does it have the same return? And the answer again, flat out, no, it doesn't. If you care about returns, I'll tell you right now, the two things that have produced the most returns throughout all of human history: sex and drugs. Sex and drugs. It's always been it, sex, alcohol, drugs, whatever it is. That's going to make the most money, time and time again in this fallen world. So whenever you go to a BRI website and they're like, "Oh, we have the same amount of returns as traditional investors," and everything, they don't. They don't, because whatever tricks they can pull to bring up their returns, so can the bigger conglomerates that don't care about the biblical virtues and values. There is there's a bit of disingenuousness, really a bit of lying when it comes to that thing. Oh yeah, you can invest in your values and you're going to get the same amount of return as if you weren't investing in your values. That's not true, because the biggest players in the market today, like the Netflix and the Google, Amazon and Microsoft and all those companies, they're not aligned with your values, but again, they're the biggest players. They're the ones who are going to give you the most return. Now, maybe you're a BRI firm and you have an ace in the hole because you got some company that you really believe in and it's going to be the next, 1,000% gain in the market when they IPO or something. Maybe that's the case. Maybe you know the next crypto and you're putting that into your portfolio. But here's the thing: most likely, the Morgan Stanleys and the Vanguards and all these Fidelities of the world and stuff like that, they're going to be able to obtain that information too and put that into their portfolios. We are, as Judeo Christian investors, much more limited on what we can invest in, and therefore our returns are going to be limited in some degree, in some sense. Like I said, maybe you get lucky, maybe you're the first one on new crypto or a new stock or a new tech stock that's, more aligned with values that's going to explode. But again, those things are also available to the bigger investors who don't even care about the values to begin with. So it was a really interesting conversation with the Knights. They actually came away and they were really receptive of the information, which is great. And then they were also really excited about the opportunity to join the C3 family and just learn a little bit more about this moral culpability of investing. So I was pretty pleased with that. But I think I'm going to call it quits for this little short video. Please go check out ChristCenterCapital.com. If you want to get your first month free and see what it's all about, then use promo code YouTube. Really simple. YouTube, all caps. I'll put that in the description below. And again, it's only $7 a month to join Christ Center Capital. You're really paying for my opinions. They may not be worth $7 a month. Who knows? Time will tell, I suppose. We're only 3 months, 4 months old. But 50% of everything that Christ Center Capital earns, at least 50% of everything Christ Center Capital earns, is going back to organizations that are supporting the Christian ideal. We're talking about religious universities, pro-life organizations, Christian foundations and Christian ministries and conservative foundations, clean water initiatives, and all that good stuff, and so much more. So if you, even if you're not big on investing and you just want to be a part of a bigger pot of money that's going to these good organizations, then go ahead and join Christ Center Capital. Of course, most of our content is completely free. Check it out. Maybe you learn something, maybe you don't. Appreciate it. All right. God bless.